Make sure you put in all around one them. All of them.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. I think my volume is low. All right. Good afternoon, one and all.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, we hear a lot of mishap, you know. Heard some mishaps that happened as it relates to leaking of paper and stuff like that. Not sure what's going to happen. I don't know what's going on, but normally they would have started some investigation already. So, anyways, what we're going to do just to go through as quickly as we can. All right, so it's not going to be like teaching, but more like just going through. All right, so let's start. All right, for this question here that we're looking at, let me see if my pen is good. Good to go. All right, so for this question that we're looking at here, you could see that we have a multiplication right there. So what we want to do is to deal with that first, right? So if you want to write back the 5/6 plus, you could even do it because it's by itself, honestly. It's a subtraction that, so this, you're not going to worry about that. But we're going to just find out what this part is first around the back, all right? So 7 into 1, 7 into 35 was 5 times, 3 into the 9 is 3, and 3 into the 12 is 4. So if I'm writing back everything, I would have 5/6 plus 2/3, and then minus 4/15, right? So we have a minus 4/15 there. So at that time, what we can do definitely is we can do all of this one time if we want. If you want to add, then subtract, fine. But because adding and subtracting can be done at once, right? So you could draw one line, use 30. 16 to 30 goes 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. 3 into the 30 is 10. 10 times 2 is 20. 15 into the 30 is 2 times. 2 times 4 is that's 8. All right, so you add that, subtract 45 minus 8, that's about 37/30. Or you want to 30. Mute your mic, please. Mute your mic. Mute everybody. Guys, mute when they come in, please. Right? All right, so basically, I'm not going to do various methods. The main thing is make sure you get this as the answer or that. Adding and subtracting, they're on the same level. It doesn't matter. You can do all of them together. All right? But you can do them piece by piece. That's fine. So you should get 37/30 or 1 and 7/30. For this, you can put all of this on your calculator right now. Right? You could put all of that on your calculator one time. If not,
so I did add the fractions first, and then I minus.
No, you can't add and minus. Did you get the answer?
No, I added the fractions together, and then I minus.
No, you couldn't do that. As you said, the multiplication. The multiplication is the boss. All right. All right. So for this part here, you could actually do it straight on your calculator. So I'm just kicking it in, guys. All right. So if you want to find out the cost of 37 and square it, fine. So let us say you find the cost of 37 and square that. I'm just writing a value that you will get 0.63. I'm going to write 78. I'll stop there. So basically, when you square that part, you get that. So imagine now the square root of open bracket 1 minus 0.6378. You would have gotten this as the answer 0.6018. The 1 3 decimal place, you round off 0.602 is the answer for that, and you move on. Next, write this in standard form. Remember, 5.27, and then you find out how many places you move the decimal point. 1, 2, 3. So it's times 10 to the negative 3. And you're gone. Right? That's a 1 mark question, as you could see. Keep rolling. The next question says, I don't know what this name is. Haresh works a call center, 35-hour week. All right, so he's paid an hourly rate of $11.20. Calculate the amount Haresh earns in 4-week month, right? So this is in 4 weeks. In a 4, so you're working up a 4 week, that's the main thing. This is a 1 week thing. So what you want to do now is to find out, you could just find out is 1 week wage. For 1 week, you're talking about the amount, your basic rate times, all right, your basic hours. So you're talking about $11.20 per hour, and you're working 35 hours. So that's going to give you for 1. Put that together, 11.2 times 35. This person is making $392 weekly. So we're talking about for the 4 week, you're talking about 4 times 392. And this person is making $1,568 in 4 weeks. You're just rolling. All right. Now, in a certain week, she works 8 hours overtime. Overtime hours are paid at time and a half, the usual rate. Now, find the total amount of money for that week. Find the total amount of money Haresh is paid for that week. All right, so you have to focus on what the question wants. Question says the total. All right, so you're going to work out the overtime and add it to the regular. Watch this. The overtime rate, let's find the overtime rate, is going to be 1.5 times the regular rate. Let's see what we get, 1.5 times $11.20. Person is working $16.80 per hour on overtime. So the overtime wage will be $16.80 times 8 hours. And that person is making $134.40 on overtime. They never want overtime, they said the total. So the total for that week is going to be your basic wage plus your overtime wage. Very straightforward. Your basic was already 1,568. You made a little extra on overtime, 134.40. Let's work out that. 134.40 plus 1,568. This is about $1,702.40. Easy 9 marks. Easy 9 marks. Continue working. Algebra number 2. So it is saying simplify this that we're looking at. So we're simplifying 4 over 5x times 15x over 16. You could cancel now if you want, or you could break it then cancel. Up to you. We want to cancel. 4 into itself 1, 4 into 16 4, 5x into itself 1, 5x into 15x is 3. So we're left with 3 over 4. Call it that 1 mark. Very easy. Call it that mark. Let's keep going. We have this to solve. Let me write it out. 12 minus 4m less than or equal to 5 minus 8m. All right, so I want to collect the m's on the left side. So I'm taking my time. So I'm going to add 8m to both sides. Still writing back my 12, no rush. Negative 4m plus 8m is positive 4m, less than or equal to 5. Now, so the next move is that I want to subtract the 12 from both sides. So I have 4m, which is less than or equal to negative 7. Then I'm going to divide by 4. Divide by 4. M is less than or equal to negative 7/4. 2 more marks. All right, 2 more marks as we go. All right, here's a nice question. So this question says the diagram below shows a compound shape LMNPQR made from 2 rectangles. The length in the diagrams they are shown in terms of x. All right, fine. All right, so let us see what they want from us. They want us to find in x. All right, PQ. Now, naturally, PQ, this, I'm going to just subtract. I'm going to subtract this from the entire thing, and I'll get PQ. So PQ is simply this. Taking your 3x, which is the length of the vertical line, minus, and look, I'm going to put this in a bracket, x plus 3. That's going to give me PQ. 3x minus x plus 3. It's principles we're working with. Now, so you will have 3x, distribute that negative inside, negative x, negative 3. Finally, 3, hold on. 3x minus x is going to give me a 2x. And then there's a minus 3. So on this side, it is actually 2x with a minus 3 right there. 2x with minus 3 for that. 1 mark. RQ. Where's RQ? Oh, RQ is here. RQ is going to be 4m minus 5 minus x plus 1. Yep. Yeah, man. 4x minus 5 minus x plus 1. 4x minus 5. And then you want to take away x plus 1. Principles. So what you're going to have now is 4x minus 5. Distribute that negative sign inside. So negative x, negative 1. 4x minus x is 3x. Negative 1 minus 1 is negative 6. 3x minus 6 is the answer. Another 1 mark. Let's keep rolling. Given that the total area is 414 cm squared, show that x squared plus x minus 72 is 0. I'm going to work this one up here, maybe, or I could snip it. And no, I'm going to work it up here. Maybe I could have. Hold on. Give me a second. I may want to take this to another page. All right. Give me a minute, guys. All right. Yeah, I probably want to work with it here. Let's go. All right. So here's the idea now. Here's the idea now. They said that the area, they gave us the area and said the area is 414. That's the area. And we want to show. Let me see what we want to show. Where's the question? All right. So we want to show, I could come here now. We want to show, let me click. All right, we could bounce. All right. So we want to show that x squared plus x minus 72 is equal to 0. We want to show that. All right, so basically, it's up to you. You can split this more than one way. So I'm going to do it one way. You could split it this way, or you could split it this way. There are a number of things that you can do. So let us say I just put it this way. What I'm doing here is that I am going to just simply find the area of this, find the area of that, and add them. And it should give me what they're saying. That's all. Area is length times width. So let us look on A. Area of A. Length, 4x minus 5. Width, x plus 3. See there? Length, width. Multiply them the way in which you know how. All right, so the 4x will go with that. Then the 4x will go with that. The negative 5 will go with that. The negative 5 will go with that. So you take your time, you work it out, whichever way you want. But you will arrive at this same thing. 4x times x is going to give you 4x squared. 4x times 3 is going to give you a positive 12x. Negative 5 times x is going to give you a negative 5x. And negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. All right. And then if you simplify this, I'm just saying this is 4x squared, right? This is plus 7x minus 15. That is the area right here. 4x squared plus 7x minus 15. So we have that. Let's find the area of B. Area of B is the same length times width. What's the length? 2x minus 3. The width, x plus 1. Do your same thing. 2x times x, 2x times 1, negative 3 times x, negative 3 times 1. All right? So we keep doing that. So now, let's go. 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x now times 1 is going to give us plus 2x. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. And negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. All right, so you want to simplify that now. If I simplify that, I'll have 2x squared minus x minus 3. Watch this now. We're supposed to add it, let it equal to the number. I think the number was 414. All right, because they said the area is 414. So the idea for the area now, let's put them together. 4x squared. Can I just put the like terms together? Watch me. Hold on, guys. The 4x squared and the 2x squared will give me 6. Let me write it. I'm going to write it. Then I'm going to put the like term. So it's a 7x with a minus x. And then the negative 15 with a negative 3. And then this is equal to 414. That's what they say. Let's simplify more. 6x squared plus 6 minus 18 is equal to 414. Now, because we want to prove, that, all right, this is what we want to prove. We're going to get x squared plus x minus 72 equals 0. That means I'm going to try to get this on the other side to get the 0. So I'm going to subtract 414 from both sides because I'm setting it up to get a 0 over there. Simplify now. 6x squared plus 6x. This looks like minus 432 equals 0. All right. So even though you see the 432, don't worry yourself. What you need to do now is to figure out, I need x squared. 1 should be here and 1 should be here. So I need to divide everything by 6. So if I divide everything by 6, see here, I'm going to divide this by 6, divide that by 6, divide that by 6. I'll have x squared plus x minus 72, and this is equal to 0. Hence, I have proven that. Concepts and ideas, put them together and work, right? So there it is. So it is workable. You have to just have the confidence to put your things together, work it and show them what they ask. That's what was required. All right, so that's that. Next. 4 marks to prove this enough. Wow, didn't realize. All right, this other one now. The diagram below shows a semicircle with the diameter AC. Okay, B is the point on the circumference. All right, and we get AD equal BC equal that. So it's an isosceles triangle. Angle in a semicircle is 90 degrees. Yeah, because you tell me it's a semicircle. So we have the 90 degree there. State is the geometrical name of the line AB. The line AB is just a chord from one point on the circumference to another point. So that's just a chord, right? The name of that line is just a chord. Next one, find the radius. The radius is half of this. So if I know AC and divide it by 2, I'll get the radius. So AC divided by 2 equal radius. I will say this to you. There are multiple approaches. I'm just going to do one. The main thing is we should get the same answer at the end of the day. All right. Now, remember that this side is 8.2, just the same. I'm going to use Pythagoras theorem to get AC, then divide it by 2, right? But there are other things that you could have done in reality. There are other things that you could have done, all right? But I'm just going to do it one way. So in Pythagoras theorem, this is the longest side. So I could say AC square is equal to 8.2 square plus 8.2 square. That's one of the approach, guys. All right, so you never had to do it this way, but you'll get the same answer. So you can do it that way. So here's the deal though. Let's work. 8.2 square, 8.2 square. All right, that is actually 67.24. 67.24. So I'm getting 134.48. Now to find AC, I'd have to take the square root of that number. And you know what I'm getting? 11.6. Now that is AC. But so all of this is 11.6. Remember, radius is half of a diameter. So let's answer the question. Radius must be 11.6 divided by 2. Divide that by 2, man. And you're getting something about 5.8. Radius is about 5.8. You could have done it other ways. You still would have gotten 5.8. All right. So I'm just saying, in the interest of time, I'm not going to do many methods, but 5.8 is the answer that we were looking for there. Let's move on. All right. Each interior angle of a regular polygon is 160. All right, interior angle is 160. Calculate the number of sides. All right, here's a little thing. When we say interior angle, let us say, I'm just going to draw a part of a polygon like that. So so let us say I have a polygon, blah, 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 blah. The interior angle is this, they're saying 160. Now, there is something about exterior angle. It comes out from a straight angle, so the exterior part to this is just 20. But there is something about all exterior angles. If you have 1,000,000 sides and you add up all your exterior, even though they're talking about interior, all your exterior will add to give you 360. If you have 3 sides, like a triangle, all the exterior will add to give 360. If you have 10 sides, the exterior will add to give 360. So it doesn't matter how many sides. So if I know one exterior and they use the phrase regular, a regular polygon means the angles are the same. That means the exterior angles are the same. That's what regular polygon means. So all I'm going to do is to take 360. If I divide it by the number of the angle, the value for the angle, it's going to tell me how many sides, or it's going to tell me how many of those 20 that I have going around. But each one of the angle will come off a side. So it's going to tell you that it's 18 sides that you're dealing with right now. So it's an 18 side figure. and you simply, even though they start with interior, you go outside and then know that all of this will give 360. Divide this into it, and you're getting 18. Let me double check it. It looks like 18. Yeah, it's an 18 side figure, 2 marks. So sometimes it's a little tricky, sometimes it's not. All right, let's keep rolling. All right, so we are looking at the diagram below shows a trapezium. Let me see if I could get this. I don't know if I should snip it, maybe. I don't know. All right, probably not. Let it stay. All right, let's go. So we have a trapezium, as you can see, drawn on the grid A. Let's see what the question is. On the diagram below, draw the image of A after it undergoes. All right, so we're gonna draw 2 things. One, a reflection in X equal -1. I might just do this little neat and finish. Let's just do this neat. All right, let me give me 1 second. Let me just snip it and bring it where I want to bring it. All right, let me just take it there. All right, let's just put it here so I can do what I want to do with it. All right, so let's see what the question wants. 1, reflection in the line X equal -1. Drop your line, X equal -1. Here is my mirror. That's my mirror. X equal -1, gonna put it in red. There is the mirror. So you could do the counting if you want. Count this point. 1, 2. It's gonna fall 1, 2 behind. This point. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the mirror. It's gonna fall 1, 2, 3, 4. This point. 1, 2, 3. It's gonna fall 1, 2, 3. The other one. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna fall 1, 2, 3, 4. You recreate the shape. So if you want to do it nicely, I'm just gonna try to do it kind of nice. You can recreate your shape very quickly. There it is. All right. So you could see that we get our reflection. Let me just take off. Wow. Hold on, guys. All right. Sometimes this thing kind of shift on me. Sometimes it does. Let me just take it off and just fix it. All right, doesn't look too bad. I'll leave it there. All right, so basically this line should just be right here. So you'd have just done that and you get your reflection. All right. All right, so that's 1. Right, that's 1. Next one. Translate. So you want to remember you're still working on A. So you're going to translate 4, -7. Number of ways to do this. I'm just going to do the counting. So this is what we're translating, the vector. So the vector is t equal to 4 with a -7. +4 means you're going to go to the right. -7 means you're going to go down. So that's my 4, that's my -7. So we're going to move the points. 1, 2, 3, 4, then go down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right here. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 7 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Normally, when I start doing this, I just recreate the shape because I'm seeing that the next one is going to drop here. The next one is going to drop there. based on what I have there. So you could just recreate your shape. And you translate your thing down there. All right. So that's what we're looking for the translation. So this would have been A prime, and this is A prime prime. All right. So you just do the counting, shift down, and that's all they're looking for the transformation. That's what came. That's what came. There it is. Get 2 marks to do that and then 1 to do the next one. We're gone. Number 4. We want to consider the following function. F of x is equal to 3 over x plus 2. G of x is that, h of x is that. Fine. For what value of x is f of x undefined? Undefined meaning that what is possible to make that denominator for the f function 0. So you're going to take the denominator x plus 2, let it equal to 0, solve for x. X is negative 2. In other words, x cannot be negative 2. So when x is negative 2, our function is undefined. 1 mark though, not much work. Let's go for the next question. We want to find the value of g of quarter. So take the g function, man. G of x is equal to 4x minus 5. So g of quarter is 4 times a quarter, then minus 5. Now, see the 4 times a quarter, this is 1. 4 times of 1, 1. So we end up with 1 minus 5, which is negative 4. Right? So 1 minus 5, negative 4 for that. 1 mark. So you're supposed to do now h of negative 3. The h function is as follows. H of x is equal to x squared plus 1. So h of negative 3 is going to equal to negative 3 squared plus 1. Right? So that is positive 9 plus 1, 10. Gone. F of 0. Here's the f function. We're talking about 3 over x plus 2. So if I'm going to do f of 0, so I'm going that way. I'm going to find f of 0, then I put it back in f. So f of 0 is going to be 3 over 0 plus 2, which is 3 over 2. Or some people might say, oh, sorry, this is 1.5. That's fine, right? So I'm going to take that value now and put it back into the f function, right? Because remember, I know what we're doing is f of 0. So right now, f of 0 gives me 3 over 2. So I'm going to put that in the f function again. So I'm going to put this in it. And what I have now is 3 over 2 plus 2. If you wanted to use 1.5, you would have had 3 over 3.5, right? Right now. But let's see what we have. So it's up to you. So let us say that it depends. It depends on how you want to work on it. So at the bottom, take a quick look. All right. Take a quick look. We're talking about 7 over 2, because that's 3.5. So it's actually 2 and 3 over 2. 2 is 4 plus 3. At the bottom is actually 7 over 2, if you want to look at it like that. So technically, I could just work this out many ways. Technically, it is 3 divided by 7 over 2, which means 3 times 2 over 7. It's up to you. So you're going to get 6 over 7. You can do that if you want. No, it's okay. It doesn't matter. All right, up to you. 7 over 6 is the answer. Or I don't know if you do it with decimal, you'll end up with a decimal. Next, write an expression in the simplest form for g of h of x. So what we're going to do now is to put the h function in g. All right. Let me see. So I need to have them. H function in g. Here is the g function. 4x minus 4. Here's the h function. X squared plus 1. So if you're going to do g of h of x, then you're going to have your g function ready, right? And put the h in it. So let me write the g of x. Then when I'm doing g of h, then I'm going to have the entire h function here. Hold on. All right. Then minus 5. So it's going to be 4, open bracket, the h function, x squared plus 1 with a minus 5. Finalize this. 4x squared plus 4 minus 5. 4x squared minus 1. Now, if you notice what they say in the simplest form. This is not in the simplest form, you know? This is not in the simplest form. This is the difference of 2 squares right now.
But I'm the one that, sir.
Yeah, man. So now they are saying, hey, do you know about the difference of 2 squares? Open 2 brackets. 2x plus 1. 2x minus 1 is the simplest form right now. I don't know. This is fine though. I think, all right. I don't think you have to do this. I don't think you have to do this. Nah. Because they said, yeah, man, you don't have to do that. Let me just mark. In reality, you'll get this. And if you do this, you'll get this. Because this is just the factorized version. So it's not a really simpler form. I think what they're saying is don't leave it like this. Don't leave it like this.
Because
this is
so what if I write 4 and then open bracket x plus 1, then x subtract 1, subtract 5.
At the end of the day, you need to have this or this. Anyone. All right. Any one of those will be fine at the end of the day. Yeah, man. Top one or the bottom one, you have to reach there. All right, no problem. Let's go for the inverse of g of -2. Now let's take the g function. Yeah? The g function is 4x minus 5. Then I'm going to do the inverse of the g function first. I want to get this first, then I plug in the -2 in it. That's the plan. So now if I'm going to do that, I'm going to say y is equal to 4x minus 5. Switch x and y. Transpose for the new y. Adding 5. So we have an x plus 5 equal to 4y. Divide by 4, divide by 4. So here is the deal now. X plus 5 over 4 is equal to y. But we are to acknowledge that nobody told us about y. So let us represent this. This is the inverse of g of x is x plus 5 over 4. Now we are going to do g of the inverse of g of -2. -2 goes here. You take your time. This is 3 over 4. That's the answer. You take your time, you work it, no stress, about 2 marks for this one. Yep. So that's the work you put in for 2 marks. Number 5. Number 5. All right, let me see if I can. What can I do with this? I might, let me snip this. Look like we might be required to take this somewhere. All right. All right, there it is. All right, there it is right there. We can work on that. All right, yeah. All right, good. All right, let's go back to the question. Question is down there, up there. All right. So we're dealing with each of the 75 girls recorded the name of her favorite sports. The number of girls who chose track and cricket are shown on the bar graph below. All right, so we're seeing that. All right, so we have swimming, that's missing, tennis missing, football missing. They gave us track and cricket. All right. Let's go for the questions. I'm going to go to the next word. How many more? Watch this. How many more girls chose cricket than track. Let's go to this. We know that this one is 12. Everybody would see that track is 12. This one is the one that you need to find out what the top of it is. You could look, though, there are some things that you can do to help yourself. This is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. All right, 20, 22. Those, I'll put in those. Now, you don't even have to do anything for this because I'm realizing that it is halfway, so I don't even need to do anything. It is exactly halfway. So it is at 17 by just putting on the labels and that. Look at this. You're going to see that it come halfway. So that's a 17 right there. So even without counting up the scale, this is 17 right now based on what is there. So you see sometimes there's an easy way out based on what you're looking at. So it's all about you innovating. So that is 17 and a half. So remember, that's not the answer to the question. So I know that this is 17 now because I saw that it is exactly halfway between 16 and 18. Go to the question now. Cricket over football. So you're talking about 17 minus 12. It's only 5. It's 5 students. All right. 5 of those girls. Let me take out the marks. Because the question says, how many more girls chose cricket? That's the main thing. 17 minus 12. We have 5 right there. 5. All right, let's go to the next question. 11 girls recorded tennis as their favorite sport. All right. Watch this, 11 tennis. So that means I can put tennis right here, 11. Where's tennis? Oh, it's tennis, I said. Let me go back. 11 recorded tennis. Okay. 11 recorded tennis. All right, good. So we have tennis. All right. For the remaining girls, so the remaining is swimming and football. So 2 to 3. Okay. Use this information to complete the bar graph. All right. All right, so let us focus on the D part to complete the bar graph. Here's the thing. We have 75 girls, right? So I'm going to subtract the 12 that we got, the 17, and 11. Subtract those. Take them out of it, man. Add them up, take them from it, whichever way you want to do. 75, you want to take away 11, 12, 17. So we have 35. 35 will share up in the ratio 2 to 3. Yes, man, that's what we're going to do. So I want to share that up right now, right? So if I divide, so the total parts is 5, so it's 1 apiece, as in 7 apiece. So what we could do right now, hold on, push this aside. I have 35, and I want to share it up in the ratio 2 to 3. Which means it's 5. All right, 5 parts. So I could divide it by 5, and I'm getting 7. Right? So we're talking about 1 part is 7. So the 2 will give me 14, and the 3 will give me 21. So you could see the 35 coming back shared up properly. So now we want to put it 14, and so we're looking at 14 and 21. So 14 would be for swimming and 21 for football. Context, right? So now we're going to complete this. Let me take off this line there. I don't need it. Take it off. We found that already. So I'm going to just move up this now. Let me see if I can find a nice bar that will be fitting. Based on where they put those, I'm going to be putting mine there. Just trying to create something like what they have. Oh, all right, guys, hold on. Hold on. If not, I'm going to just use my free hand. Hold on. Going up to 11. All right, yes, it's moving. So I'm going to put tennis up to 11. All right, I need to see where 11 is. 11 is halfway between 10 and 12, so you never have to overstress right there. Halfway between 10 and 12, So if you see 10 and you see 12, just bring it there, man. Yeah, see there? Halfway between 10 and 12. Right, that's 11. And 14 is on the thing. Let's go for 14. Oh, I could copy this. No. Copy, yes. All right, let's copy it. Paste it back right here. Go for it. 14. Let's bring this one to 14. Up there. 14. Right there. Yeah, just draw it like that. Set it up, no big thing. Enjoy yourself. Paste again. 21. Minimize this. We're going 21. Football. Yeah. We'll pull it all the way up to 20. 21 is halfway between 22 and 20. Exactly in that empty space. Bam. Done. Where are my other graphs, guys? Let me see if I can get them to come back. Hold on. All right. Let me go up with this to 21. There it is. So that's what you were expected to do. We're done. Just like that, right? Not bad, not bad. You just have to relax, follow what they're doing. And another thing though, you see the missing things, man, label up your graph. Because if you don't label your graph, you might go too hard when you could be going on the line or between the line. Half mark or exactly at the thing. So those were not really difficult to find, honestly. You're Oh, you leave. Oh, yeah, man. So like you mashed up, brother. All right. Use the information to complete the bar chart. We do that already. Determine the modal. Modal, the one that occurs the most. Determine the modal sport. So let us go back. Tallest bar is the modal. Football. So the modal one would have been football. 21. Football. That's it, Next question. One of the girls is selected at random. What is the probability that she neither chose track or cricket? Oh, neither. All right, so let us look back at our numbers. So we're talking about this person will not choose track or cricket. So he's going to choose everything else. So what we want to do with this question is to add up everything else to know what it is she has to choose. 14 plus 11 plus 21. Put them together. 14 plus 11 plus 21. We're getting about 46. Now let's go for the response now properly. Probability. Probability is a fraction. 46 out of how many? 75. Done. That's it. What is the probability that she chose neither track nor cricket as her favorite sports? You're going to add up the rest, and it's going to be out of that she's picking, just like that. Not bad. Next question. The information, all right, the information on the favorite sports of the 75 girls is to be shown on a pie chart. Calculate the sector angle for football. Now, football is how much out of 75? Look, football was, oh, I have to go back to this. Football was 21. 21. So the fact that I know that football is 21, that's gonna let me do this properly, sector for football. So it is 21 out of 75. Then you multiply that by what? Pie chart is a circle, 360. So it's gonna give you the fraction of the circle. 21 divided by 75, multiply by 360. Whatever you get is the correct answer. Double check with me. I am getting 100.8 degrees. Let me double check. They did say football. 21 divided by 75. Yes. Multiply by 360. Yeah, it's correct. That's the angle. 100.8. 100.8. You get it? Easy, man. Yeah, go on you. I can pull off a grade 1 then. All right. So it says in this diagram, take pi to be 22/7. Volume of the cone. All right. They give the they give us the volume of the cone right there. All right. Remember that for this question, read. Let us go through. It says the diagram shows the sector of OMRN of a circle. Right? Center O, radius 12. All right. Sector angle 168. All right. We have that down. Calculate the perimeter of the sector. All right. The metal sheet. Perimeter, you know, would simply mean that I'm going to note that this is 12 as well. Radius for that circle. And I need to add up that plus that plus. All right, my marker is not coming. Plus that, which is actually length of the arc. All right, so we want the arc length along with it. Let's go for that. So I need to find the arc length. This. I need to find that to be added to 12 and 12. So now the formula for arc length comes from circumference. So it is theta over 360 times 2 pi r. So it is 168 over the 360 times 2 times pi times 12. Right? Take your time and you work out that. I could come down here. I'm going to work out the top numbers. 168 times 2 times 22 times 12. That's going to give me at the top 88704 over, I think it's 2520. Let me double check. 360 times 7. Yeah. So now if I divide 88704 by 2520, I'm going to get 35.2 cm. This distance is 35.2. Now the perimeter is for me to understand that it is this 35.2 plus the 12 plus the next 12. And my perimeter is 59.2 cm. Hold on, guys. A centimeter dropping off there. Let me put it here. 59.2 cm. Centimeter we have? Yes. Yes, man. 59.2 cm. And we're gone. Adding up that, putting it together. Next part. All right. A cone is made from the sector. Remember that it is.
What was the answer, sir? What was the answer?
59.2.
Okay, sir.
All right. It says a cone is made from the sector, right? So as I said, it's gonna join up OM and OM. So it's like you have the sector and you bend around the sector, turn it into a cone. So when you do that, this part here that you call the arc length will automatically become a circle because it's like you're going to connect the two ends and turn it into a circular base. So you see this 35.2 will become the circumference of the circle now because that length will now shape the circumference. So we want to understand that arc length, let me put it over here, arc length of the sector is now circumference of circle. That's the idea. So that is why they allow us to find it in the first place. So now what we're going to do now is to understand that. So now we can say that if I'm supposed to find a radius, circumference is 2 pi r. I need r. I could put together a plan. Circumference would have been from the arc length, which is 35.2. This is now equal to 2 times 22 over 7 times r that I want to find. I don't know what r is. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 7. So I have 35.2 times 7. That's about, let me just double check it. All right. 35.2 times 7. I'm getting 246.4, and that is equal to 44 R. Divide by 44. I'm getting 5.6. Divide, so my radius is 5.6 centimeter. Let me put it on. This is 5.6 there. Also, the radius of the sector will become the slant height. Yes, man. Remember when we look at the fact that when you turn it into a triangle, into a cone, the slant height along with the radius and the real height form a right angle triangle all the time. But CXC, I think CXC love you because look what they did. They form it out for you already. See, they put the right angle down there, you know. CXC did it for you, man. I didn't even realize. See there? They put it down there. Gone in the days, they would have not put it there. But it's there. So now they're going to ask you to find the height. That means you're going to use Pythagoras theory. The longest side is 12. We have 5.6. We want h. See there? So then you're expected to say, depending on how you do your Pythagoras, but I use the longest side first. 12 square is equal to 8 square plus 5.6 square. 144 is equal to 8 square plus 5.6 square. That's about 31.36. So I have to subtract this from both sides, yeah? So 144 minus 31.36, and I'm getting 112.64, which is equal to 8 square. Now I'm going to find h. Square root both sides, 10.6. 10.6 centimeter is h. Principles, putting them together. H is 10.6 centimeters. There we go, right there. Calculate the capacity of the cone in liters. The capacity is the same formula for volume, 1/3 pi r square h. So it's 1/3 of a cylinder. So cylinder would have been pi r square h. All right. So now, remember now, h is 10.6. R is 5.6. Pi is 22/7. Let me go back and make sure our numbers are good. 10.6, 5.6. Yes, they are. So all we're going to do now is to just trust ourselves. Let's go. Capacity of cone. And the capacity of the cone is going to equal to 1/3 times 22/7 times 5.6 times 5.6 times 10.6. 1/3 pi r square h. I'm just going to work out the top and put it over 21. No stress. 22 times 5.6 times 5.6 times 10.6. I'm getting 7313.15. I divide this by 21. I am getting something like about 348. I'm getting 348. All right, 348.25. All right, that's what I'm getting. And this is cm cube. They don't want it in cm cube. They want it in liters. Now you're going to have to remember this formula. It takes 1,000 cm cubed to give you 1 liter. That is something that you would have touched a few times, but you have to make note of it because they didn't give it to you this time. They gave it a lot of times, not this time. So that means all I'm going to do is to divide this. So if I divide this by 1,000, I turn it into liter. So it's going to be 0.348. I could just leave off those liters. 3 significant figures is enough. Right? The division part. All right. Number 7, pattern. All right. Observe the pattern, though, you know. Observe. Look, this is like, this is a 2, this is a 3, this is a 3, this is a 4, this is a 4, this is a 5. So I'm going to do a 5, 6. 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. I'm going to do a 5, 6. And then now I'm going to look at the, so I'm going to, let me use my block. I'm going to do it right here. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to go 5. As in, I'm going to go, I'm talking the blocking. I'm going 5 blocks here. And then I'm going to go 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so that is my blocks going there. And then now, ultimately, there's going to be a 1 white up here. And then now I have all whites now. White, 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 white. All right? White, 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 white. Let's observe the table. That's it. That's what you're ought to do based on what is there. So you could see what coming out here. You could see the 5 blocks with the 6 with a little 1 on top each time. Yeah? So you kind of flow with the pattern, you observe, you see what's going on, and you go. You notice there's a +1 all the time? A nice little pattern, +1. All right, let's continue. All right, in the space above, all right, we do that already. We do this 2 marks. It says the number of white disk W, the number of black disk B, and the total number of disk T that forms a design of the pattern. So you're looking at the table, the values W, B, and T for the first 3 designs are shown in the table. Study the pattern. All right, for this one, you're gonna have to study the pattern. There's not much of the regular, but I guess you're gonna have to study, because when it comes down to the pattern, it's observation. There is no formula way out. By looking at this, there's a formula right here if you want, but that's right there. I don't see any more. But this one was simple to figure out, except for, I think the difficult part for this one is over this side, right here, because they never made it clear. All right, you would have to be digging in yourself to come up with that. But let us see what's going on. Based on what you're observing though, I'm seeing 1. I'm seeing 1 times 1 plus 1, then plus 1. There's a +1 going on. I'm seeing 2 times 2 plus 2, and then plus 1. Okay, you see the pattern. So this has to be 9 times 9 plus 9 plus 1. All right, 9 9 is 81 plus 9, 90 plus 1, 91. All right. So, and then if this is 20, that means this is 20 there. Filling out those, which means down at the end, it's gonna be n times n, then I have plus n, then I have plus 1. Finally, it's gonna be n squared plus n plus 1. All right, see that? Now, for this one, you could use your little skill to figure out this. You could have used your skill, same skill with the A, because there's a common difference of 2 here. I'm seeing a common difference of 2. So you could fill out this now if you want. But if you look at it, it's 2 times n plus 2. I'm seeing that. 2 times n plus 2. 2 times 1 plus 2 give you 4. 2 times 2 plus 2, 6. 2 times 3 plus 2, 8. Oh, 2 times 9 plus 2. 2 times 9, 18, 18 plus 2, 20. 2 times 20 plus 2. 2 times 20, 40. 40 plus 2, 42. 2 times n plus 2. All right, fill it out. All right, so it's a 7-mark table. All right, so we have 5 marks. We get 5 marks already. You want 1 more now, 2 more. This is the weird one. Honestly, there's no, I can't help with a formula for this one. You just have to just keep trying stuff until it works out. All right, but what I'm seeing here is that if you look, it's kind of weird. So if you have 1 and you square it, and then if you multiply 1 again by 3, then you plus 1. 1 square 1, 3 times 1, 3. And then you continue working, you probably see something coming up, right? So you're right, all right, that's not working, right? 1 times 1 plus 3 plus 3, 7. Okay, all right. So this one is weird for real. Double checking. 2 square plus 3 times 2 plus 3. You're not going, it's hard for you to see. Honestly speaking, for this little piece, a lot of people will not see it. So 4 plus 6 is 10 plus 3, 13. So the idea is that you're seeing a n square plus 3n, and you're adding 3 to it. It's weird. This one is really, this one, I think this is where people will be losing the marks. You get it? Yeah, fire my youth. All right. That means for this, would work out the 20 square plus 3 times 20 plus 3. So we get 463. That's it. It's not easier than that.
Sir, I add 421 plus 42.
Oh, what you get? How much you say you add?
The same 463, sir.
Yeah, man, you're good to go. Good to go.
But I didn't know the form. It's still not find the formula, sir. That's the whole thing.
No, man, they don't care. You will lose the mark here.
Yeah.
And you'll get everything. Yeah, man, you'll lose. Is 1 mark you're going to get here now. Look, this is how, actually, this is for 1 mark. This is for 1 mark. This is for 1. That's why they have 3 there. Okay? So if you miss it, fine. But that's what ought to be done. Let's see what else they asked me. They said Stephen has 28 black discs, and then 54 white discs, and wants to design 12. Explain why it is not possible for him to design 12. Okay, let's go where the black and the white is. The white is all right. This is the idea for white. N squared plus n plus 1. White, let me write it. White is n squared plus n plus 1. And I'm going to look what black is. Black column, 2n plus 2. All right. Now they are saying white is not possible. He has 154 and he has 28. All I'm going to do is to check if he has it. That's all. I am going to check if that can work. Nothing else is there. Is 1 mark. 12 square plus 12 plus 1. 144 plus 12 plus 1. This is 157. He doesn't have enough for that. 2 times 12 plus 2. 24 plus 2, 26. He does not have enough. All right. All right. So it's not that. All right. He has this amount. He has 28. 28. It's not like he doesn't have enough. Let me repeat. He has too many. Correct? So what he has will be too much. And this is why it can't work. Because for figure 12, you need to have 157. All right, he doesn't have that. You see the 157 here? He doesn't have that. He's short. And then now for the 28, he has a little bit more. Well, maybe the little bit more could have worked and you threw away the rest. Right? Or he's still short. Yeah, he has 2 over. But that's fine. Right? I think this part could have worked, but you need both of them to work. The fact that one of the number is off, like it is short, it messed up. You should be getting exactly, when we work it out with 12, we want to get what he has. And if we're not getting what he has, that explains why it's not possible for him, because he don't have what it requires. That's all. All right, 10 marks. Paper soon finish, man, you know, but. All right, it says explain, complete the table. All right, so all we're gonna do is the dropping values, right? So we're gonna do y is equal to negative x. Guys, I hope you don't let this sketch in. You see that little negative at the front. All right, we're gonna do, right now, let's take when x is -3, doing this one. So that means when x is -3, there's a negative there already. You want to square x. So this is gonna be -9 minus 3 plus 7. -12 plus 7, +5. I'm getting +5 right there. -5 should say. Then I'm going to do this one. We want to do when x equal, all right. For spacing, I'm just going to work them underneath each other. So I'm doing x equal -1, work with me. The negative is there, -1 goes in the bracket, plus a -1 plus 7. -1 in the bracket is +1 when it's square, but there's a negative outside, it becomes -1 again. Then there's a -1 and then there's a 7. So this is now +5 here. I need to work out 1. So let's go. Negative is there, 1 will be squared, +1 plus 7. -1 plus 1 plus 7. This will give me 7. I'm gonna put the 3 there now. Negative is there, 3 squared, plus 3 plus 7. All right. Yeah. So that's a negative there. This is 9 plus 3 plus 7. That's a 1. I'm getting a 1. That's 1. This is 1. All right. So we're done. So you're dropping your values and
Sir, why is the 1 negative?
Which one? Why isn't the 1 negative?
Why is the 1 negative?
The 1 is not negative.
In the working out.
All right. I think you're referring to, let me highlight. You're referring to this one.
Mm.
I was doing this. The 1 is negative there.
No, the one under it.
It's not. Oh, you mean why the result is negative? Here?
Yes.
Because there is a negative different look. The thing says negative x squared.
Oh, okay, okay.
So this really means a -1 times x squared. Make sense? So the negative is out there. So when you square 1, you get 1, but there's a negative in front waiting for it. Good? All right, good. So that negative is different. It's out there by itself, waiting to change anything that comes. All right, let's see if we could plot this graph now. Cameraman. All right, let's plot this graph. All right, roll it up. All right, there it is. All right, let me see. I think I need to take it to the next page. Yeah, let me plot it over the other side, please. Because I think we might be doing things with it. Hold on. There are some questions that might need. I'm listening. Go ahead. Or
The answer.
yeah, man. I'm listening. Talk.
I was saying I was sure the answer.
All right. I'm not hearing it clearly. No. Go again.
Yeah, I am not certain of the answer, sir.
Okay. Not yet. Can somebody tell me what he said? Kevin, that's not like you. You still not hear what you said enough?
Sir.
Yes, Kevin, your mic is not working well. That's why I'm not here.
Sir.
Me I hear you now, but you break up. You said you're not getting the answer for what?
I'm not sure of the answer. I'm not sure of, sir.
All right, you're rough for me. All right, Kevin, I'm gonna move on because we can't hear you. All right. Send a text to me. Send it in Zoom. Send a text in Zoom, Kev, because I can't hear. All right, so we're gonna be plotting this. Let's go. -3 with -5. All right, let's go back to the question first. Did they say to plot it on the grid? Yeah. All right. On the grid, draw the graph. Okay. All right, we're gonna draw the graph and then after that we answer that. All right, let's draw the graph. Let's go. All right, so -3 with -5. -3 with -5 is right here. Then -2 with 1. -1 with 5. 0 with 7. 2 with 5. Not 2. Hold on. 1 with I think 1 with 7 as well. Let me take off this. And then 2 with 5, yeah. 3 with 1. 4 with -5. All right. All right. I'm going to try to do mine. I'm going to struggle to do this based on what let me see if I can. See if I can get it. I'm only struggling based on the fact that is what I'm using while I'm struggling. Hold on, guys. I don't think I like how that look. I'm not able to draw well with what I'm using here. So stay with me for now. It is not flowing nicely. Oh boy. Last try. If I do it and I don't like it, I'm just going to get it produced. All right, stay with me. I can't get it better right. Oh. All right, Kevin, know yourself. All right, you're going to get time. All right. All right. So, all right. So looking at the curve there, we're expecting you to do something like that. Better than that. Mine, I'm having problems drawing with whatever I'm using on the screen, but something like that, we expected you to have. Let me see how many marks they gave for that. 3 marks to do that. 3 marks right there. All right, so you got your 3 marks. Now they said write down the coordinates of the maximum/minimum point. There is no minimum here. We saw what's going on. We have a maximum So the maximum is gonna be up here. Remember now, this is what I drew, all right? You don't think that you will get the exact thing that I'm getting. No, I don't think you will, all right? Because it's conditional to where you turn back yours, but normally we are very near to each other, all right? That's what I have right there. I think I see the axis of symmetry too. All right, good. So my minimum here, my maximum here is, let me see, I'm getting 7.4. This line here for me is 7.4. And on the x-axis, this is, all right, so I'm getting the x value to be 0.5 with 7.4. EJ, vice principal. Vice principal. No, sir. All right. All right. So 0.5 here. That's what I got. 7.4, because those little line would be 0.2, 7.2, 7.4, 7.6, 7.8, 8.2. Yeah, so it's a 0.2 going up and then that. So that's it, all right? Just like that. We gone. One mark. Next one. Write down the equation of the axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry is where x is equal to a half. That middle line here, let me drop the line, let us see it. Here's the line for the axis. It's right here. Axis is that line. That line right there in blue cuts the curve into two equal pieces. So you could see it is positive a half, right? So when they say write the equation, you want to make sure that you say x equals 0.5, or you could have put a half. That's fine. Next question now. Use your graph to find the solution of the equation here. So when I said use your graph, right? It's gonna be where you cross the axis, right? So go back to your graph. All right. So it's where you cross the axis. You're not necessarily cross it exactly where I cross it. You saw that I was struggling drawing the line, but you would have seen yours. So I'm going to pick off mine. I cross the x-axis there, and I cross it here. That's me. You would have gotten whatever, and you are correct. We are all correct with our readings. So the scaling now is the important thing. You need to understand the scale. Is so far one there? Negative. So this is -1. So that's, it's like you're going, all right. If this is 0, so this is like, this is 0.1 each line is 0.1. 0.1, -0.2, -0.3, -0.4, -0.5, -0.6, -0.7, -0.8, -0.9, -1. So I'm moving by a 0.1. So this for me, you notice I'm saying for me, very subjective me. My solution over there is x equal to -2.1. That's what I got. You'll get something near to that, right? Not too far. And over this side, this is what I got there. Me. I'm not saying this is the answer. You will get yours. I'm getting positive 3.2. All right. So those are my solutions. My solutions are 3.2 and -2.1. That's what I get. All right. So it is somewhere there. You know what I mean? Give and take. Solutions. So the solutions, one of mine will be -2.1 and the other one is positive 3.2. The solutions refer to where the thing crossed the x-axis. That's it. Next, on the grid, draw the line, okay, through this. So we're going to draw a line through these points, right? And then determine the equation of that line. All right. So let me draw the points first. Let me put it up. All right, let me go -3. Let's mark -3, -1. That's what they said. -3, -1. -3, -1 is right here. And what's the next? 0, 0, 8. Oh, this one is a giveaway then. I'm done. This one is a 0, 0, 8 is 0. All right, so did they just draw the line through it? On the grid, draw a line through those points. Okay, you get 1 mark to do that. Draw the line through it. Draw the line through it. There you go. That's the line through it. Fine. All right, 1 mark to do that. What else they want? All right, so draw the line through that. So what else now? Let's see what else they want. So they said now determine the equation of the line. Okay. Listen, to do an equation of a line, we need gradient and we need y-intercept. You would have seen that the y-intercept is here. The C value is 8. Look, 8. The y-intercept is 8. It crossed the y-axis at 8 right there. So we know that already. So I'm going to take those 2 points and work out the gradient. I could count the gradient right now. I could do so many things with my gradient. Honestly, I can count it. I can calculate it. You see, if I wanted to count it, see the right angle triangle. Let us say I can't bother to calculate today. I mark off the right angle triangle. See it there? See the right angle triangle here. A nice one too. See it here? This right, see here, I could count. I can count my gradient now. All right, let me count. This looks like 9 over something. Let me count it anyways. 1, counting the length of the sides, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Rise is 9. Put it in red. 9 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9 over 6. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 9 over 6. So I'm getting 9 over 6 divided by 3, that's 3 over 2. All right, I'm getting 9 over 6, I'm getting 3 over 2. All right, -1, -3, -1. Let me look at the points again, just to make sure. -3, -1, 0, 8. Yeah, we're correct. Yeah, it's 9 over 3. Yeah, that's 9 over 3. If you want to, all right, let us say that you feel like, okay, I'm not sure. 9 over 3 is, 9 over 6 is fine, which is 3 over 2. That's the gradient. You can calculate it if you want. All right. So I get the gradient already to be 3 over 2. Let's calculate it. Now, -3, -1, just for verification for those who probably did something else. X1, Y1. X2, Y2. 9 over 2 look like it's incorrect. Let me double check. Let me double check that. I don't know why this is incorrect. This look like 3. Let me take a look. What am I getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's not 6, man. It's 9 over 3. So that's my mistake. Check this out, guys. The scale is different. See that? Because I was saying that, why am I? Look, the scale is different on the x-axis. Let me take a look at it. Look at the scale. Look. 1, 2, 3. All right. So the scale, look at the scale. This is 1. This is 2. You see the scale is different? So this is actually 3. The y-axis is going up 1, 1, 1, but on the x-axis, it's you skip to get 1. So it's not 9. So this is my error. Let me clear this up quickly before anybody sees this. So this is actually 9 over 3, which is actually 3. All right. So 9 over 3 is 3 right there. So I'm seeing that's me. That was my little error right there, but that good thing I saw it quickly. All right, let's calculate it still. Calculate it still. So we're gonna get 3. So gradient, yeah. Gradient is gonna be 8 minus -1 over 0 minus -3. So you're seeing where this turn plus, 9 over 3, which is 3. All right, good. So we're getting 3. So if we have the gradient and the y-intercept, the equation is y equal to 3x plus 8, right? So y is equal to 3x plus 8. Here is the answer, right? So if you make an error, do like me, cross it out quickly and move on. All right, so we have 9/3, which was 3. And I think that's actually number 8. Number 8 is finished. Here it is. Number 9. Circle theory. Nice question. Let's snip this. All right, let it big. All right, there it is. All right, so we have that. Let's see what the questions are. It says LMN are points on the circumference of the circle with center O. PQ is the tangent to the circle at R, and PRL equal 48 degrees, and angle RON is 156. All right, so they're giving every information that's already there, right? Find each of the following angles, give reasons for each of your answers, show it all working where appropriate. So I'm gonna put the questions here and then we flip back and forth. First question, angle R. Focusing on angle R, no. Angle R. What do you say angle R is? R. R, as you could see, is gonna equal to 156 divided by 2. 78? 78. R is 78. Reason? Angle at center is twice angle at circumference. You do notice that we do this every day, right? Yep, that's that. Straight up, 2 marks. Next one, angle E. Angle E. Angle E is 78 as well. An angle between a chord and a tangent is equal to the angle in the alternate segment. Remember we'll talk about that? Easily. 78. 78 degrees, and I'll just say alternate segment principle, yeah? Yes, ma'am. Alternate segment. Moving on. So you do realize that the questions are kind of nice. Angle A. Angle A. Where's A? All right. There's A. You can do this a number of ways. Yeah, you can do this a number of ways. I'm just gonna do one. You could do this a few ways. I'm gonna do it one way now. So I'm gonna explain and then I do it. Look, opposite angle in a cyclic quad, add to give 180. All right. So here is my cyclic quad. N, R, L, M. And I need this angle right here. That's fine. Right here. These two angles, they are opposite. So if I find one, I could get the next one. But a straight angle is 180 degrees, you know. So you see all of this angle down here, all of this angle is a semicircle, you know, look good. See the semicircle here? Take a look. 180 degrees. So then I'm going to find this angle down here. So I'm going to say the angle NRL. That angle is 180 minus a number of angles. I'm going to take from it 48 plus 78. So if I add 48 plus 78, take it from 180, I'm gonna get 54 here, which is the piece I need. This is 54. Now that I know that that is 54, yeah, angle at A is gonna equal to 180 minus 54, right? 180 minus your 54. And you're getting back the sum of those. 126. This is 126 degrees. 126 is A. And the first reason that we use is a straight angle. All right, hold on, not writing so well there. So we use a straight angle is 180 degrees. And the second thing we use is the opposite angles thing. So opposite angles in a cyclic quad adds to 180 degrees. I think they said reasons, but we don't know. Yeah, you could, yeah, a number of things you could have done. And pinch out the 90. Depends. You can't do enough way. All right, so there are a number of ways you could approach this, but that's just one, and we're gone. Let us see if there's anything else. It's done, guys. We're almost through. We're at 9B. There it is. Let's go for 9B. 9B says the diagram below shows a triangular field LMP on horizontal ground, and there they have the things. Calculate the value of angle. Calculate the value of angle MLP. MLP. I'm going to mark that angle M to L to P. This. Okay. I'm going to use the cosine rule right now to find that angle. All right, because I'm going to find the angle. This is the one where I don't have the angle. So I could say, remember with the cosine rule, the side across from the angle square. So I have the value, no problem. 180 square is equal to 150 square plus 120 square minus 2 times 150 times 120 times the cosine of what I want. Yeah. Then I start to just work out those things now. 180 square is going to give me 32,400. 150 square, 22,500. 120 square, 14,400. Then negative 2 times 150 times 120. Check with me and make sure everything is okay. This is minus 3,600 cost of the angle. Put it together now. I'm going to take those. If I sum up these, yes, sum it up. 22,500 plus 14. This is 36,900. So I'm going to have to subtract that from both sides. So I'm going to subtract that. So 32,400. Take that 36,900. And I'm going to left with this now. And that is okay. I like the answer that I'm getting. 32,400 minus 36,900. I'm getting a negative 4,500. This is a good value. And it's going to equal to negative 3,600 cost of the angle. Divide both sides by it. I'm applying myself to the concept. Doesn't matter. I will get out. Cancel, cancel. So I'm left with the cost of the angle now. So negative 4,500 divided by negative 36,000. I'm getting a 0.125. Now, to find the angle, I'm going to say cos inverse of 0.125. And it's going to give me MLP. So let us do that. Cos inverse of 0.125. And this is equal to 82.8 degrees. There you go. I'm going to put the angle up there, 82.8. So you could see it's the same formula, but they're asking for something else. So it's not every time they wanted to find the length of the side. Every now and then they wanted to find the angle for them too, but that's fine, right? So we found the angle up there. So the same principles they put together that you would have used without the side, work it, same magic. All right, 3 marks for it, good move. The bearing of P from L is 210. Let me mark up that. The bearing of P from L is 210. P from L. Bearing of P from L. Okay, I'm going to put that bearing in blue. I know what they're going to ask you now. So you realize that the bearing overlap the 82.8. All right? So let us see what they want. They now want you to find. All right, let me put the 210 on the diagram. I didn't put it, 210. In blue, this is 210. I don't like that. Let me see if I can. All right, so 210 is that. So let's see what they're asking now. The bearing of M from L. M from L. I'm going to put it in a different color. What color do I have available? Green. Stop. Oh, so all I'm going to have to do there is to subtract the two things. I'm going to subtract the red from the blue, and I'm left with the green. We have been doing ideas like these. 210 minus 82.8, right? So that bearing that they want is going to be 210 minus 82.8. And it is 127.2. 127.2 for this. See here, let me rewrite it. And because they knew that is a very simple subtraction. So it's 1 mark they're giving you for that. Because they're like, you're not going to do much work. All right. Put it on and then you subtract. It's done. Oh, calculate the value of angle L or NLP and hence find the bearing of L from P. All right, let's find the angle NLP. Let me write NLP first. Where's NLP? All right, hold on. Calculate the value of angle NLP. All right. Should I use it? Let me use a different. Let me use a different color. Oh, I could shade the entire thing. All right, let me shade it in blue. They want that angle. All right, they said. So you can see that if I take the 210 out of 360, I get that. So let us look what they said. Read again. Calculate the value of that angle. So that angle, based on what we have, is going to be 360. Take away the 210. That's the remaining piece out of that. We're going to go back to let us see. It's 150. All of that is 150. See there? All of that is 150. So that this is saying that this is 150. Because 150 and 210 would have given you the full circle. The blue and that new red that I put, yeah, is 360. And we understand. All right. So they are saying now calculate the bearing of what? Let's go back. Calculate, we'll soon finish. Calculate, find the bearing of L from P. L from P. L from P. L from P. That's a very simple one. Drop this line, north. Co-interior, 30. Co-interior angles had to make 180. 30 straight. I noticed I said hence. So we're using that 150. Bam. Co-interior, right? So for that, I'll just co-interior my way down. Where is it? So then, L from P. L from P is going to be 180 minus 150, and that's 30 degrees. And notice I use what they said, hence, use this co-interior. I'm done, right? So we're gone with that there. Let's see what else is coming. Vector and matrices, we're almost at the end. All right, so let us just push this through. So it says now the matrix A and B represents the transformation given below. So A is 0, -1, 1, 0, and it represents anticlockwise 90. Remember when we found those? B, 0, -1, -1, 0, represent a reflection in the line y equal to -x. All right, yeah. Determine the elements of matrix C. Determine the elements of matrix C, which represents an anticlockwise rotation of 90 degrees, okay, around the origin, followed by, see this, followed by this. Make sure. So the 90 degree followed by, the 90 degree must go closer to the idea. So the A is going to be inside and the B is outside. Remember when we spoke about this? We just spoke about this recently. So you're going to put the first one to the right. First to the right, last coming out. That's the way the things go. All right. So then, now they want to know. So watch the idea. So you're going to label this one matrix C. The result of this is a matrix C. Determine the elements of the matrix C, right? Which represent the idea. So I'm going to put the B matrix first here. 0, -1, -1, 0. So this is B outside, and this is closer to the idea going to be there. This is A. So we're setting up BA. Do it row by column, row by column. Row 1, column 1, column 2, row 2, column 1, column 2. All right, let's go. Row by column. So I'm going to have 0 times 0 plus -1 times 1. Then I'm going to go 0 times -1 plus -1 times 0. 0 times -1 plus -1 times 0. Underneath 1 times 0. Let's go. 1 times -1 times 0 plus 0 times 1. Guys, you have to make sure you don't make any mistake with this. These like little things are just so easy for you to make a mistake. Then now -1 times -1. And then 0 times 0. All right, matrix. Finally, 0, then a -1, 0. That look like 0 again. 0 plus 0. And then this is a 1 plus 0. All right, I'm going to finalize it now. You see, it's a little bit tedious, you see? Try not to make any error. So I'm getting negative 1, 0, 0, 1. All right. This is the element of the matrix C. I do it, take my time, no mistake, 2 marks. Next question. Describe geometrically as the transformation represented by C. All right. Now they are saying, what transformation is this? Like this idea now would be what? No, you can't look and know unless you remember. You would have write down all of those little stuff and remember what it is. But you know that you can work on a point, and when you work on the point, you could look and then you're gonna have to trigger your memory. For example, I would just use this on some point, maybe 4, 5, right? And I'm going to see what happened to it. So then, -1, so I'm going to work it out. -1 times 4 plus 0 times 5. Let me write it. -1 times, I'm going to work it. -1 times 4. -1 times 4 plus 0 times 5. And then 0 times 4 plus 1 times 5. Finally, I have a -4 and a 5. Now I'm going to look at it, you know, I'm just saying, look at it. So we're saying that I have a 4, 5. I know what it turns into, -4 with a 5. Now I see this, it triggers my memory. This is a reflection in the y-axis. When you reflect in the y-axis, the x value change and the y remain. I don't know if you remember that, but you have to remember things. Look, the x value changed its sign. Look at the y value, it still remains. What does that? Reflection in the y-axis. That's it. So as I said to you, if you remember, you don't have to work it out, you know. You don't have to do this part. I only did it because I want to show an explanation. But in the exam, you're not required to do it. You're just required to look and put it. But if you have to work your way and look at it, it's fine. But I'm just saying, it's a reflection in the y-axis. All right, let's look. Transformation, a transformation T is defined by a 2 by 2 matrix there. T is equal to 1, 2, K, -1, where K is a constant. T maps the point 2, 3 onto 5, 15, 8, 15. Determine K. Remember how this is set up? Same principle, like just now. You put the transformation matrix to the left. Put the point that it acted on beside it. Let it equal to the result. I'm doing equating matrices right now. So I'm not even going to do the top answer because my issue is with K. So I'm going to only do row 2. Row 1 can't help me. It's row 2 of the variable in it. So I'm going to do row 2 times the only column and then compare. Let's go. So it's going to be 2, or you want to say K times 2. I can write the K first. Doesn't matter though. K times 2 plus -1 times 3. I'm doing the last row by the column, and that is equal to 15. I'm only focused on the bottom piece, you know. Yes, man. So now 2K minus 3 is equal to 15. 2K is equal to, adding 3 to both sides, 18. Divide by 2, divide by 2. K is equal to 9. If you want to check it, you could check it quickly for verification and move on. 1, 2, 9, -1. So if there's no error, it should give you the 2 things. Let's do it quickly. All right. 2 ones 2, 2 ones 2, plus 6, 8. 9 2 is 18, minus 3, 15. Perfect. Answer is 9, right? Answer is 9. So it's all about applying yourself, though, because remember, you have been doing this, but now they just put an unknown to see if you would set it up to look at the result and then use your applicational self, man. Write it out. Next. 9 is the answer for that. All right, kicking it. Okay, we're in the vector section. It says, so we're almost done. It says the following vectors are defined as shown. Wx is 5, -1, xy is -3, 7, and zy is 8, -7. Determine each of the following. Number 1, a vector other than 5, 1 that is parallel. That is parallel to Wx. Where's Wx? Okay. Okay. Now they make sure to tell you that don't use back this because of course this is parallel. Remember the context. If I'm going to find something parallel to Wx, hello, all I have to do is to put any number here. I can't use 1 though, because if I use 1, I'm going to get back this, and they don't want that. So you are to know that you're going to put any number in front of that. Any number. So I'm going to say anything, whether it's, so I'm just going to say, let us say I want to say 2. I put 2 there. It's up to me. So then I'm just going to say 2 times 5 -1, and I'm going to get 10 -2. Yeah, you could put 3 there, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, anything. You could even put a fraction, anything. They want to know that you know that when things are parallel, all you have to do is to multiply one vector to produce the next, right? So I'm just picking 1, I put 2, but you could have chosen any number that you like. There you go. So I just see it's a 1 mark. Testing for parallelism right there. What do they want to determine the following vector? A vector parallel to that. Oh, wy. So we didn't get wy. So, all right, we want to find w to y, right? If I'm going from w to y, I'm going to look on anything with w, and it look, wx and xy connect. So I could move from w to x, then I move from x to y. Oh my, some nice vectors going on. W to x is 5, -1, plus x to y is -3, 7. Not getting any harder than that. 5 plus minus 3 is 2. -1 plus 7, 6. Yeah. So you're talking about 2, 6. Wy is 2, 6. I remember you could have done the n minus start. You'll get the answer still. Next. xz. xz. Look for something with x that connects to z. So I'm going to do xy and zy, right? Look, I want to connect from x to z. So I'm going to move from x to y plus y to z. Yeah, I could use that method. You notice I'm just using that one method. Look, x to y, y to z. X to y is 3, -7. YZ, I don't have YZ, I have ZY. So I'm going to have to change this to suit myself. -8, +7. Changing the order, direction has changed. They gave me ZY, but I'm going YZ, so it's -8, 7. Add them. 3 with a -8, -5. 7 with a -7, 0. XZ is, I don't like how that look. XZ is -50. Are we done? This is the last question and the paper is finished. So now we have, they want to find the length of XY. Where is XY? XY is what, guys? Go back to the top. Oh, XY was given as what? -3, 7. XY is -3, 7. Guys, did we make a mistake here? Because I think a mistake was made here. Double check this. Because I think I wrote 3-7. Look, let me fix it. You see? It's okay. See, here's a mistake, guys. I saw it. This is it. And then I wrote this here. Check it out. For x, y. I just saw it when I went up back here. See here? So it is 3, -7. Let me do over this one. -3 with a +7 right here. Right here. So let me fix this. Please allow me to. Let me fix this. The negative is at the top with the 3. Yeah. And the 7 is positive, like this one. Right? X, Y. Hold on, let me double check it. All right, my board is not responding for a second. Give me a minute. Board is not responding, guys. We're almost at the end. All right. While the board tried to come back to me. All right. Not sure what happened. Not responding. But we're almost at the end. I really think it was a fair enough exam, man. All right, we're there. All right, so x, y, -3,7. So I made an error here. Fix it. So guys, you have to be double checking it. See, as I see it, I fix it. See there? -3 now, -8, that's -11. So it's not 5, okay? There's 2 negatives up there. And it's 14 this now. So that was my error. 14. Check it out. All right. So you have to keep looking, because it's when I saw this one, I'm like, hold on, it's not the same thing. Yes, it is. So that's me. All right. All right. So that's fixed. I'm going to be using it. -3,7. See here? They want us to find that this is -3,7. All right. So we're going to be finding the size of it. Let's go. Just writing it here for you. All right. So it's going to be the root of x component square. 9 plus 49. Double check me. That's about 58. That's the root of 58. The root of 58 units. Let us finalize it. Even though I know that 9 plus 49 is 58, I'm just double checking. So we could write 7.62 units long. Here it is. So well done. That's like 100%. You could have scored there if the paper is finished, guys. 100% you could have scored. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Thank you. Thank you, guys, and we will. All right, so I'm ending that stream right there. And we're still in